Welcome to this presentation. My name is Norma Dwara, and today we're going to be talking about building a website that gets you results. The value of your business lies in your website. We're going to be going through tips from A to Z and talking about how many bring their business online and throw in a fast website in a few hours. They add a lot of bling, some pretty pictures, and fancy gadgets. And it's all fine, pretty, and whatever. But it's still so far away from being the marketplace, the marketing place that you need to be successful online. When you're building your website, you need to have a strategy. It's very important to have goals, some plans, an idea that how you're going to take your visitors through your store. You need to take them by the hand and lead them to where you want them to go. They're visitors and you're the owner, so you must show them where you want them to go and what you want them to see. They don't know, they're just visiting. So it's up to you to lead them. My goal is to teach you today how you can avoid so many mistakes that many make when they bring their business online. These are some great questions to ask yourself before you build your website. What is it that you want? How do you want to show up and add value in the world? That is going to help you determine what you want on your website. How do you want people to feel when they come to your site? Is it easy, too complicated? What is it that you want them to feel? What is the very first tip that you want people to get when they land on your website? Do you want them to see who you are? Do you want them to see what you offer? These are important things to know and work with your designer and programmer so they can get the essence of what it is that you want to convey. What do you want your clients to say about your offers and your services once you deliver? Every page that you have on your website needs to reflect your goals, to serve the purpose of your website in whichever way you choose to do it. And if it's not doing that, you need to lose it. Get rid of the stuff that doesn't serve that purpose. With over 129 billion sites on the internet, you need to stand out, show how unique you are. You don't want to look like everybody else. Start thinking about colors, contrast, imagery, shapes, fonts. They all matter on your website. It's either going to be appealing to the eye or it's going to push them away. It's very important that you know how to create that first memorable impression. Your visitors need to immediately get what you do and connect with your site before you even get to what you're offering. Just by going through this list, you can see that creating a design is way more than just the bling and the social icons and all that jazz. Colors and contrast, like you said, it really does make a difference. Fonts, the size, the type, everything works together to create a synergy that will either attract or repel people as they come to your site. And as we said, that first impression is real important. You don't put design ahead of content. Content is way more valuable than design. So if you need to compromise between one of the two, go for the content. What will sell your products and services is your words and the copy that you put on each page, who you are, what you do, and also being very clear why it should matter to them. You have to guide people's attention to the most important thing on your page. without distracting your message or the action you want them to take. That's why we say that you should be removing distractions, because let's just say that you have people on your home page and you're talking to them about why they need what you offer and the importance of it all. What are the problems that you're going to be solving that they have? Now, if you have all this bling surrounding that message, their attention is going to be drawn away from the most important stuff, which is what your content, your copy, what you're trying to share. So if it's going to be a distraction to take their eyes and ears away from the core message that you're presenting, it doesn't serve your purpose. So just throw it away, get it out. In your copy, it's very important to use big and bold headlines, and they have a purpose. They get your readers, your visitors to start reading before they even realize what they're doing. Your design is how people will experience your site. It should direct their eyes where you want them to go and to read your content. And just a quick tip in here, never put something on the page that you're putting in front of them and sharing the most important stuff. Never put anything on that page like me on Facebook or go follow me on Twitter, because then if they take that action, they're leaving your page and they might not come back to read the rest of your content. So can you see why it's so important to keep the distractions away? You have to get rid of the fluff. Focus is what's important. If there are too many options and too many distractions, you risk losing your audience. If it's messy, if it's not well put together, they will get confused and you will lose them. Are you cluttered? If you are, it's making it hard to understand who you are, what you do, what you offer, and what their next step is supposed to be. Nowadays that people have short attention spans and they will not stick around to figure out where they need to go. So make every word and image on your site count and have a purpose, or else just don't put it there. Before adding something, ask yourself, what will this accomplish? And why does it matter that I put it there? If you don't have that answer, take it out. Try to be very clear and direct and focused on one primary thing or message or selling point. Everything needs to serve a function, or it shouldn't be there. So before adding anything to your site, ask yourself, what will this do and why does it matter? And if you don't have that answer, well, just don't put it there. Some people get stuck in the perfection of the website. They're so busy creating and designing and all this good stuff that they lose track, and they're not getting anything out there live. And it doesn't need to be perfect, because that's impossible. You'll just get stuck trying to create perfection. Just put your best out there and get something up. And as you go along, you can continue to add and tweak. This is something you're going to be doing forever. It's not just a one-time thing. As your business grows, things change and you need to add, take out, and tweak all the time. Your goal is to launch your business and start earning money. And the more you go around in circles, the longer it'll take before you start generating income. Now, maintaining your site is something that is very, very important. Your site is your store and it's the heart of your business. You, the owner, you should be able to update, tweak, and revise on a regular basis as your content grows. It's going to change, and you're going to be blogging about what you offer, and you just need to know what to do, where to find things, and move your business along. You're going to be building a mailing list, and you're going to have to be able to stay on top of it, your blog, and you're going to be sending letters to your list. So it's very important to be hands-on on your site. Marketing is the only way to bring new clients into your business, and there's no one that cares about your business just like you do. Don't leave this deal breaker into other people's hands. Look, you're going to have to learn about marketing. If you want to sell your products or your offers, you need to know how to market. And you're going to need to learn how to do the social media, how to connect everything to your blog, how to send newsletters, how to grow your list. These things are all part of being the business owner, and it all connects to your store, to your website. So really be hands-on on these things. And you also need to keep the control. Don't give your designer or programmer the control over your site. Their concern is making the site pretty, to make it easy for them, and making dollars. Now, maybe you're going to smile because I do design websites and I do all this stuff. But because I know more about how a website should function, about being productive, I work a little bit differently. But some people that don't do business, they don't know about business, the only thing they know is about building websites, you can really run into some areas that can be difficult. So that's why it's important to be hands-on here too, and keep control of everything while your designer and programmer is working over your site. Your account should all be under your name. You need to have a list of username, passwords, and information so that you can access and change things if your web guru should die on you. Grin. Save yourself a lot of grief. Don't leave all this good stuff in their hands. Especially don't let them host the website for you. You need to have your own hosting, your own domain, so that you're not dependent on them. You don't want to be running to them every time you need to do a little thing on your site. So be hands-on. Learn this stuff. It's all part of being a business owner. Not to say that you cannot ask them to guide you and tell them what to do, but be proactive. Don't let them build your site on some proprietary CMS only they know how to use. Your content management system. It should allow you to change your site quickly without having to pay them every time you want a little change on your website. So don't let them put stuff, in other words, on their own hosting, content management system and stuff. Go with the mainstream, and you'll be glad you did. It won't take long before you notice the difference. I myself recommend using WordPress.org. It's the most popular system in the world with thousands of plugins that allow you to do most anything that you can think of. Working with WordPress as a content management system, it allows you to start where you are when you begin your business online, and it also allows you to go wherever you will go in the future. Your business can start at a certain point and in 3 years be at a totally other different place. But with WordPress and all the plugins and benefits they have, you can take your business to places that you cannot with other content management systems. So I highly recommend that you consider using WordPress.org. It is the place to be on. As you grow your business, you'll need a CMS that will grow with your needs as you expand. And in my opinion, that's WordPress.org. So the main things to remember uh, is to create your site using WordPress.org. Maintain control over your domain and your hosting, and follow these steps to your best result. There's a lot of things to consider when you're building a website, and I hope that this presentation has taken some of the focus off just the bling, the imagery, and the all the fancy little gadgets that you can find, and taking your eyes off that and more on the side of how your website is going to work to attract the clientele that is specific to what you offer, how you can talk to these people in their language and get them to really be interested in what you offer because you know how to talk to their needs and you know their pain points, you know how to offer solutions, and you're really that store that is always going to be taking your visitor by the hand and walking them through the store so they can see what it is that you do and the expertise that you have, how you can bring them from point A to point Z. So this is more of the focus that I really want to show you that is more important than all those blings and whistles. So thank you for listening. I hope that I was able to teach you some things that will help you focus on building your business and growing. So if you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on Facebook and on Twitter. And I've also left my blog link. So if you want a copy, you can get your free copy of my ebook, Revealing Secrets Between Your Blog, Social Media, and Basic Online On-Site SEO. And I hope you get it because I really do believe that it will help you see other sides of inside things that you need to know about building your business online. So thank you for listening. We will be talking again soon and have a good day. Bye bye.